Hey folks, and welcome back to West Yorkshire Retro Gamer. It's kit ranking time for a third time here. I've done the away one first, then the home one. We're going to look at the third kits that have been released. Now, as of recording, I've only been able to find 15 out of a possible 20 third kits. So it's possible that 5 of the teams haven't released theirs yet, possibly. Or that the website that I've got the information on, footyheadlines.com, don't seem to have them yet. To be fair, the site's pretty good for finding the kits. It's not bad at all. But yeah, we'll go with what we've got. So fair play to the clubs that have released theirs. A couple of the pictures. A couple of the pictures that they had of these third kits, some of these are just leaked or possible third kits, so they haven't, there's a couple of them that haven't been confirmed yet, so a couple of these pictures are going to look a little bit daft. But take that with a pinch of salt. I mean, as I say, this is just an opinion-based video anyway, so take the whole thing with a pinch of salt. But anyway, let's delve right into it. So, Arsenal have released one. Let me make sure that I pull out the right kit here, because they're not in the right order for some weird reason. I'm not sure why. Oh, it was that thing, wasn't it? Okay. Right there. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think about Arsenal's third kit. It's a bit odd. I can't tell if it's a white or if it's like an off-white, like a cream or something. The clarity red on it is not, or maroony red on it is not an issue for me. Even just having the cannon on instead of the full badge is not an issue for me. But it looks like it might be like an off gold on there as well, and it don't look right. Those lines to me look like they should be the same as the maroony clarity red colour. So it's not mega offensive, but it's not going in nice category. Not a chance. I'll put it in average for now, but I'll have a look. I'll have a look at the other kits and then decide if I'm happy with my choices. Next, Aston Villa. Oh God, this thing. This is disgusting. I don't even know where to start with this thing. Going in very bad. I can't look at it. That's naff. I can't understand why anyone would want to buy that. Even Aston Villa fans, I don't know why you'd want to buy that. I'm not going to comment any further. That is one of the worst kits I've seen out of all of the home, away and third kits put together. That's not nice. Bournemouth. Bournemouth's third kit is a leaked image. And even if you take that away, the colour is vile. It's pink. That's very bad for me. I can't stand pink. And on a football kit, no. But Bournemouth's other two kits aren't bad at all. But that thing is a monstrosity if they're going to be bringing that out. Brentford. What's this? Ugh. Oh God, I don't like that either. That could almost get away as being either a Burnley, Aston Villa or West Ham kit, could that, if you change the badge? No, I'm not. Because I don't even know why they've got that contrasting Like, I don't have an issue with the claret and blue, but then that other colour they've got on there just does not go with it. I don't know, is it an orange or something? That's not nice. It's worse than Bournemouth's leaked one. Is it worse than Villa? I'm debating whether this goes in bad or very bad. It's not nice. For now, I'll just put it in bad just to even things out a little. But that could easily go in very bad. I am not a fan of that. It's yuck, quite frankly. I know that companies and clubs have got a little bit of artistic license for third kits, because most of the time the third kit doesn't get used. I've seen it in some cases where the third kit is used more than the away kit, but there's taking liberties and then there's taking too much. And overall as well, if truth be told, Brentford have got a poor set of kits this season. I'd say that as a club, overall, if I just remind myself of their away one, I think their away one was poor and all. Oh yeah. Now, overall as a club, I think Brentford's set of, like, trio of kits, probably the worst of any club in the Premier League. Sorry, Brentford. Brentford fans, if any of you watch this, let me know your thoughts on the Brentford kits. Do you like them? I personally think you've got the worst trio of kits out of any club. And I mean, we'll go through the rest of the third kits first that have been released, but up to now, as a collective, all three put together, I think you've got a poor set this season. I don't have anything against Brentford Football Club. I just don't like the kits. I don't like your new manager either, to be honest. I think he's a bit of a twit, but yeah, that's another thing entirely. Let's have a look at Brighton. Their third kit. Kind of looks like a bit of a throwback to previous seasons, if this is the correct kit. It's this yellow one with the black stripes. And I'm like, I kind of got the impression this was used on a previous season, but I could be wrong because it's suggesting it is the 25-26 kit. It's not vile. I'm not a huge fan of what they've done with those black stripes kind of coming down your collar. Well, not exactly your collarbone as such, but just at the front of the shoulders there. I don't think there's a need for them to be there. But the rest of the kit is completely inoffensive, really, apart from maybe the fact that the Nike sponsor is white. It just kind of goes against the grain of the rest of the kit. You can get away with it with the badge. They've just stuck with their traditional colours for the badge. Understandable. I'll go average for that one. That's not troubling me. Nothing spectacular either. Right, the first club that hasn't released it in terms of alphabetical order is Burnley. So I don't know if they're having a third kit for the season. Maybe they're thinking of saving costs because they think they're going down, so they'll just do it home. I know. I'm sorry, Burnley fans. I just think Burnley will struggle this season. So moving on to Chelsea's then. I don't mind it. It's alright. It's like they've actually reverted back to one of their old badges for the third kit. Yeah, I'm not. The more I look at it, I'm not the more I'm not so keen. I just think that I just feel like the white stripes on it are just a little bit random in terms of the shape of them. The blue outline around the torso I don't have an issue with. The centralised badge I don't have an issue with. I don't even have an issue with them going back to an old badge. The kit sponsor even is not a problem. Just these random white stripes. Now, is it enough to put it in bad, or does it go in average? I'll put it in average for now. I might change my tune on that, but I'm not I'm not fully struck on it. I don't know if it's bad. I don't think it's not offensive enough to be bad. I don't think. Just a bit, if anything, just a bit boring, I would say. For a third kit, a lot of clubs can go a bit outlandish on them. Crystal Palace haven't released one as of yet, as of recording, as far as I can tell. If I'm wrong with any of these where they have released them, I do apologise. I'm just going off what's on this particular site. So who are we on now? Everton. So Everton haven't released a full picture. It's just the kit folded up of how it'll probably be packaged or something like that, if you like. Again, there's these waves going on, and Everton's had waves on some of the other kits this season, or at least one of them. Can't remember what the other one is. I don't mind the colour scheme. The black with the... I assume it's yellow and blue. It's a very weak yellow though. I would have liked it to have been a more stronger yellow. And I just don't know if putting it then with a white kit sponsor and a white shirt sponsor, I'm not sure on that. Also, this picture, it looks as if there's not even a club badge on it. Unless the club badge is supposed to be that shape. I thought that was a price. I thought this thing was a price tag. What kind of a badge is that? That's not an Everton badge. What is that? That's not an Everton badge. What the hell? A kid could have designed that. That's relegated it to bad. No. I wasn't massively struck on the kit in the first place, but no, that's... They've destroyed the Everton badge there. What's that? No. Moving on, I'm a bit irritated by that. I'm not even an Everton fan. Everton fans, let me know what's going on with that badge. What the hell? Surely Everton are not going to go out onto a football pitch and their badge be like a little white outlined house with no detail or anything to do with Everton, as far as I can tell. Not that I'm an Everton expert, because I'm really not. But no, I'm almost tempted to put it in the very bad, but the rest of the kit's okay, but that badge is diabolical. I'm sorry. So it puts it in bad, and it's borderline very bad. I'm sorry, because of that. As I say, I'm not a fan of those wavy lines. If there were straight lines going across, that probably wouldn't be so bad. I could probably, probably have budged it up a point or two. Anyway, if Fulham haven't released one, I need to stop talking about it now, because that's winding me up. And it's not even my club's kit. Terrible. Moving on. On to my team, Leeds. It really depends on how you look at this kit, because the idea behind it is that the stripes going across are supposed to be the scarves that the fans wave. So we wave scarves around in the stadium. I like the idea. I just think it's a poor execution, because the pattern of the scarves is so faded in patches that unless you knew the backstory behind it, you wouldn't be able to tell they were scarves. And with this as well, they've reverted back to Red Bull's normal colours as well, unlike what they've done with the away kit. So that just doesn't go either, unfortunately. The back of the kit's alright, actually, like, believe it or not. I mean, on the players, it doesn't look terrible. It's just not one that I'm gonna buy. The away kit I really like. It's the best of the three. Leeds' normal away kit this season is by far the best of the three kits that we have got this season. It's a cracker. But this third kit, it's not as bad as Brentford's and Everton's, so for now it goes down bottom end of average. It might grow on me as the season goes on, maybe, but I can't put my own team's third kit any higher than average, and I wish I could, but I couldn't do that with the home kit either. The away kit has rescued Leeds' kits this season. Liverpool's third kit. Oh, it's like a turquoisey type thing. Have we got a larger picture of it? There we go. It's a bit better. See, the larger picture of it makes it look green, which would be a little bit more akin to previous Liverpool kits going back into the 90s, maybe, if I remember. And the green with the black and white actually is not too offensive at all. But then when you look at the pictures of the players wearing them, it looks turquoise to me, does that? So I don't know if it's the... And they did, like, on their third kit from last season, they did have what looks like a turquoise rim on the sleeves. So I'm assuming it is turquoise rather than green. If they had made that a green kit instead of a turquoise kit, I'd put that in the nice. I genuinely would, because I think green, black and white goes quite nice together. And green is my favourite colour, but it is turquoise. I'm gonna hedge my bets on it that is turquoise. And I'm not digging it. I don't think turquoise should be a colour for football kits. Is it average or is it bad? I'm gonna say bad. I just don't. It's not nice. It's not nice. And it's a shame. You just adjust that colour just a little bit and it would have been nice. Man City, what have they got? If I remember, Man City's away kit was quite decent, but I don't know what... Oh, what is that? What is that? Is that official? If that's official, that is dreadful. Apparently it's supposed to represent raindrops, but look at what it's done with the badge. It almost looks like the badge is leaked in the wash. They've gone half and half. They've gone traditional Man City sky blue with the top half, and then this fluorescent yellowy green on the bottom half, and then the close up. It says rain or shine on the back apparently. but they've gone with this bloody rain effect. It looks terrible. That's going in very bad. That is dreadful, and they'll be charging a lot for that, I'm certain. You know what I mean? They're not going to charge 10 quid for that, are they? Do I even want to look at Man United's third kit? Ignoring who the team is, right? This isn't about this is. I would put this as tolerable, even for me being a Leeds fan. Black, blue, and yellow is not a bad combination. It's non-offensive to me. The club is exceedingly offensive, but the actual kit itself, if that was for any other club, if you take out the Man U badge and put any other club's badge in there, the kit itself then is absolutely non-offensive to me, and not even a bad attempt. It's okay. Not fan of the collar, kind of, you know, you've got one end resting on the other end again, which I've mentioned on the other two videos. I'm not a massive fan of. But from a general perspective, yeah, I as much as I would love to put Man United's kits right down at the very bottom, with this one I can't. It's purely based on the colours and the design. It's non-offensive, but I have to put who the club is to one side to say that. Newcastle, what's their third kit like? Let's have a look. Why orange? Why orange? What has orange got to do with Newcastle? I've never particularly liked the colour orange. I don't know. There's something about the colour orange which I find, yeah. The collar looks like it's had the bottom bit cut off, so they kind of stop there rather than connecting. They don't go all the way around the bottom of the sleeve either. And yeah, why orange? Yeah, rest of the kit's alright, but why orange? Why orange? Goes in bad. I don't like the orange at all. I don't. Now we've got a problem here because we've got none in very nice or nice at all. Please, one of these remaining 3 kits have something about it that I like. Sunderland, what you got for me? Oh God, they've gone with a. So it looks like it's an all black kit. It kind of looks. It kind of looks like it's just a almost like a leaked one, or something like that. So I don't know if this is official. The Sunderland badge, I assume, is a black cat, even though it's grey. Because the kit's black, and I think the pattern that's embossed in the black is is of that black cat. Talking of a black cat, my black cat has just jumped up onto my computer table. It's just boring. If this is what it's going to be, it's just a bit boring for me, really. Like it's not bad. There's just nothing striking. It goes in average. We're gonna have to have a bit of a rejig. I need to put at least one in nice, even if we don't have any very nice ones. I know we're 5 kits short because they haven't been released, but I don't know. Who's left? Do I dare? Tottenham. Spurs. The Hotspur. What have you got for me? Have you got anything that I could constitute nice or very nice? It's close. It's top end average. I mean, if I were going with training top, well, weirdly, I don't actually mind that training top that they've got on this thing here that's been leaked. Well, it's a pre-match shirt, so this is what they wear before they put on the real shirt or whatever. Yeah, if they wore that as a kit, that'd be all right. That, apart from the fact that the red from the old badge doesn't go with it. It's kind of like a blue with a yellow pattern on it. But this yellow one, it's not terrible by any stretch. I find that the black lines on the sleeves or black stripes on the sleeves are a bit weird. And again up around the collar as well, it's all a bit odd. I have to put it as average for now, but that one's more of a top end average, I think. Am I really going to have a whole set of kits that there isn't any in the nice kits at all? That'd be terrible. I'll have to have a bit of a rejig on that. I'm going to have to, surely. Alright, this West Ham one. Now, if you put a Wimbledon badge on there instead of West Ham, anyone would think that that is a Wimbledon kit. The colour for the end of the sleeves and the collar, I don't know what colour that's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be some kind of gold? I don't know. I'm a bit disappointed with that one as well. Is that an actual collar? Alright, that one does seem to be an actual collar. Okay, that's interesting. So it's a bit more like one of the old style collars. Right, I'll have to just put that in average for now. Right, I need to make a decision here. Can I really go through an entire list and have none in very nice or nice? I mean, there's no rule to say that there has to be at least one kit in every column, but it makes me look a bit sour or a bit bitter, doesn't it, if I don't have at least something up there. So deceptive when it's just photos or pictures, isn't it? You need to see the kits firsthand. You want a proper visual on these kits. Is there any adjustment? Can I see anything? I genuinely can't see anything that's sticking out for me that would even be close to the top two tiers. I'm probably going to be the first content creator that puts all 15 of the 20 kits in the bottom three categories. I bet there isn't anyone else that's put all of them down there. There'll be something in there that someone's going to like. Oh man, this is difficult. You know, like, ironically, the Everton one that I've put in the bad section, I've put it in bad because of that badge. Like, the kit itself, like the colour scheme, is fine. Like, I could almost put Everton in nice if the badge was some kind of normal Everton badge. What have they done to it? The black, yellow and blue is quite nice as a combination. As I say, I'm not a massive fan of the wavy lines, but as a combination it's certainly not offensive, but I've put it in bad purely because of the badge. The Liverpool one maybe could go up a notch as well. I'm just not a fan of that turquoise. I mean, it's borderline between turquoise and green. I'm almost tempted to put it up a couple of brackets. What about the Brighton one? Brighton wasn't shocking by any stretch of the imagination. The Brighton one's quite tidy actually. I like the idea of what they've done with the Leeds one in the sense that it represents the fans. I do like that, but if I'm it's not about the story behind the kits for me. It's about what I'm visually looking at. I know a lot of the content creators do look at the history and the reasoning behind certain kits, and I get that. Let me go back to the Brighton one. Brighton one's really not that bad actually. It is a little odd that the Brighton badge is just completely. I mean, all right, the black on the badge obviously goes with the rest of the black on the kit. I don't think I still don't think it needs those black stripes on the shoulders. But I think to me, out of any of them being in the nice category, this would be the closest. I didn't even mind the Chelsea kit to an extent, did I? The only issue with it really was that it was a bit boring, a bit like the Sunderland one really. I didn't mind the West Ham one too much either. Let me go back to the West Ham one. So I've got Brighton and West Ham that might get bumped up a couple of notches here. Let's have a look. So the West Ham one, I just can't get Wimbledon out of me with this one really. But it is quite a smart kit. It's quite a smart kit. I really don't have any issues with this West Ham one. To be fair. I wasn't struck on the gold on the Arsenal one, so I can't really bump that up. Yeah, I think Brighton and West Ham are the two kits that I've got available that I could bump up. The West Ham one's very smart. You know, like if you wanted to get a smart kit, maybe taking out of the equation the fact that gold colour is a bit of an off gold, but it kind of works, and it's. I don't know if they're paying homage to Wimbledon. Like the West Ham fans are going to hate me for saying it, but it does come across very Wimbledon-y. But it is a very smart kit. It's a very clean kit, very clean design. Not overly fancy, which I don't mind that with football kits. I really don't. There's another picture of it being worn there. Yeah. Right. I'm definitely right. So if I was picking two kits just to fill those voids in the nice and very nice, I definitely know which two kits I'm working with now. So let me just go back to Brighton again. Again, another very smart kit. It's you know, it's extremely inoffensive. I would just possibly say the thing that maybe just puts Brighton in second place behind West Ham on this one is that the blue on the Brighton badge just does not go with the rest of the kit. Yeah, that's killing it a bit for me. Whereas like with the West Ham kit, I'm not overly struck on that. I wish the gold was a bit more of a gold rather than an off gold, but it's the smartest of all the kits, I would say. So I'm gonna bump West Ham up to very nice, and I'm gonna bump Brighton's up to nice. I'm just gonna have one more look at the Tottenham and Arsenal kits, just to see if they challenge West Ham and Brighton here. Let's have a look. So I'll go back to the Tottenham one. Is that better than Brighton's or West Ham's? If Brighton's was that yellow, instead of the yellow they've gone with, I'd probably put Brighton up to very nice and not West Ham down to nice. But I'm just not digging the stripes, you know, kind of where the dark blue stripes are on the Tottenham kit, in terms of the shape and design of them. I can't put the Spurs one any higher. And they've got a different shade of blue at the very end of the sleeve as well, which I don't think they need both shades there. And then what was the other one I was going to look at? Was it Arsenal? Yeah, I'll just have one more look at Arsenal. Let's have a look. Yeah, as I say, I can't tell if it's an off-white or if it's a white. If it was a proper white, I'd probably have Arsenal's up a notch. Oh, but then again, there's this, there's this weird orangey gold colour, which there's not a lot of it on the kit, but there's enough on it for me to think, average. Yeah, I'll stick with that. I'll stick with that as my final decision on the third kits. I think it's a bit disappointing that the other clubs haven't released their third kits yet, and some of them might not even have third kits at the end of all this anyway. Yeah, there we have it, folks. That's where I would place the third kits of the teams that have released it. 15 clubs have released them, 5 have not. Albeit one or two of these pictures are leaked pictures and not official. So I don't even know if a couple of these leaked ones are, genuinely the finished article. But if they are, that's where I would place them in terms of categories. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, folks. Would you move any of these around a little bit? Very hard to judge the third kits, partially because we don't have all 20, and partially because some of them aren't official. So that does make it a bit difficult. But that's the best I can do with it. But yeah, if there's any that you think should go higher or lower, do please let me know. What's your favourite? What's your least favourite? Leeds fans, let me know as fellow fans of our great club. What do you make of all three of the Leeds kits for this season? Does the blue and yellow away one get your prize as being the best of the three? Certainly does for me. Are the other two kits kind of growing on you? I think as the season goes on, I might like them, but I'm wondering what kit we're going to wear for the game against AC Milan tomorrow. That'd be interesting. Yeah, there we have it, folks. I'll leave it at that. Big thank you for watching. Do please give the video a thumbs up like, and also subscribe to the channel, please, if you haven't already. Really helps. And I'd like to get my YouTube channel growing a little bit. If we could reach 200 subscribers, that'd be nice. We're currently on about 164, I believe. So if we could swiftly get up to 200 as soon as possible, that'd be a nice milestone. So yeah, in the meantime, folks, hope you've enjoyed that. As I say, for all three of these kit video, Premier League kit videos, do please take it all with a pinch of salt. It is just my own opinion. It's fine if you disagree with mine and you have a different one. Absolutely fine. It is just personal opinion. But thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.